Welcome to this pick a pile reading, to this experimental pick a pile reading, where there will be 4 groups, that's 8, there will be 4 groups, and it's basically gonna be, I think, like a kind of chill with me and get a reading. So my plan is to do a little bit of drawing or crafting. My plan is kind of to have this notebook perhaps be a readings notebook where we kind of like half play and half do a reading, just kind of see what comes through. I have no clue what this is gonna be yet. I just kind of want to not be purely pulling cards. I presume, because I love oracle cards, there will be cards in each reading. However, I'm thinking the primary source will come from just flowing and who knows, drawing, crafting, just speaking, chatting. I think that's what we're gonna go for. So let's get the piles out. My raccoon! He's climbed the tree. The jungle tree. Okay. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. Ah! No! I spilled my drink. I spill. I have a tissue because I was planning on gluing. What does that mean? Okay, there's a message for everyone. The message is, don't hold your drink while trying to show people their 4 piles in an obscure pick-a-pile reading. Okay, so for each pile there is, well, that's not a crystal. I was gonna say there's a crystal and an object, but this is one part of it, and I don't know why, but I felt like 2 items. So pile 1 has scissors, pile 2 has a nut of some kind, question mark. I feel silly for not knowing what this is. What is this? Acorn? This is an acorn? we're gonna call him an acorn. Pile 3 has this weird like metal that is attached, half attached to a necklace. And pile 4 has a yuga has a something EMF wave protecting tower, I believe. I don't remember what this is made of. I don't think it's shungite, but it would be cool if it is. I'm almost certain it's not. Okay, let me see from above and show you up close. You can choose to kind of watch the video from start to finish if you would prefer, or you can pick, the intention is that you pick the pile that you feel most drawn to, or the piles, or the objects. Ooh, I wonder if each pile will be sectioned into 2 sections. We'll see. Maybe there'll be 8 piles after all, but subsectioned. Pile 3. This is actually the side of a book. You know, those wires of notebooks that like coil, and then sometimes I like wrap crystals around them to make a necklace or earrings or whatever. And finally pile 4. Oh, file 4. Pile 4 can't speak. Pile 4 feels cozy. / like the most relaxed or grounded. Okay. So in the description box, let me sit down again. In the description, no! In the description box, there will be timestamps for each pile. So, yeah. That's about it. See you at your pile. Bye bye. You there. You there. Oh no, I liked having them out here. Return you. Return December. I think let's have all of them out. Bit scroggly. Yes. Oh, let's put that in like an oyster. I mean, not an oyster. What are they called? All I can see right now is Club Penguin, the game where you have to grab the pearl. And I guess, shall we keep, how can I show which pile it is? Put it in the tree too. This poor aloe vera plant. I was only joking, but now I'm not joking about putting it in the aloe vera. It's so gonna topple onto Mr. Raccoon. Raccoons are the best though. He can figure a way. I don't know where that's going. So to begin with, we already see that this pile, to my mind, is coming as very dumb. Is playful and ingenious. You're the genius pile. I already want cards for you. I cannot help myself. Yeah, I guess I can put it behind the view of the camera. Cards. What cards? Pile 1. I don't like saying need, because you don't need anything. But I guess my intention is I would like a message that would bring more love into the beingness of pile number 1. Not of the people watching pile number 1, of the actual pile number 1. Slow. Okay. If something is taking a while to come in for you, I feel like there's a lot of comfort that you can actually have throughout that process. Like, if something is... Basically, embrace the gentleness that you're feeling. If something... I can't even get my words out. It's like, yeah, there's no need for words. There's no need for words or deduction or trying to do anything. There's just a very beautiful energy of softness, of all is well. Yeah, I feel like you're already in a very loving energy. I feel like you're quite relaxed. Magic. Aww. That came out just in the previous reading I did. 2 purples. Yeah, see, you're just in a... Purple feels like a relaxing spiritual colour to me. Oh, divine masculine. That's not... Oh, yeah, surrounding. It's like... Yeah, it's... I love how much in readings I feel like I could just go the entire thing just going, yeah. Without saying, like, anything of what I'm actually saying yes to. Okay, so I feel like you're in a very... I just had humble energy. I don't know what that means. I feel like you've surrendered to the flow of life, not because you have been forced into a state of like needing to surrender, like the Tower card in tarot, which kind of just like forces everything to crumble that isn't on a sturdy foundation. I feel like for you it's like, no, you are embracing this relaxation through your own will. Maybe it's taken you a while to get to a space where you can relax to such a degree, and you I feel like you're getting like a pat on the back. I feel like that's why I wanted these cards, because it's like, you know what, you have done really well to be like, you have made a lot of progress to be able to get to a stage where you can just relax, where you can, because if we saw just magic and third eye, it would be like you recognize the beauty in life, you recognize the magic of reality, like you can see beyond what is physical, and you kind of have a way of navigating life that is ethereal or like beyond words. You just know some stuff. That would be like you've achieved this just through your innate way of being, but I feel like for you, you didn't necessarily start off like this. You may have actually started off with more of a fixated view on the world, and you may have seen the world in a very physical way, and not being so open to the beauty of life, to everything that is beyond the surface, beyond the physical. And I feel like with Divine Masculine, it's really commending you for taking all the steps that you've taken, just for the journey that you've traversed, that has led you to this great awareness, to this... It's basically like saying you're in a really lovely space in life. Like, good job, because you made that happen. Yeah, let's read this one. Actually, let's read them all. I want to hold them up to you also, so I'm gonna have to stand to see if they're focusing. A standing ovation for pile number ones. Okay. Magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation, and you have that belief. Even if it's wavering, you have it. It doesn't feel wavering to me. So if you think it's wavering, it's like you can give yourself more credit. But honestly, I feel like a lot of you just know. You just do feel very content with where you're at, especially given you've chosen this like style of pick a card reading. It probably indicates that you're not needing messages because you already have them. You already know where you're going, or you feel competent in that you don't know where you're going. You know that you trust life, you trust your own flow, you trust the flow, the creative flow, the flow of existence, beingness. And I feel like I had something to say that I am not saying. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It's like if you've chosen this style of pick a card reading, you might be doing it more to like just chill rather than I need a message. So yeah, this is just a good job. Oh yeah, I was gonna read this. Third eye chakra. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic abilities, psychic powers. Your psychic power number one. Divine masculine. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. A part of me is like, okay, there's an animal card for that part. The kindness and wisdom made me feel like that wasn't what it meant. So I feel like, let me read that again. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Yeah, so you are most certainly bringing your ideas and dreams into form. And now we'll get the card for how are you doing it? With what? With what adjectives? Maybe like what way do you bring your dreams into form? Yeah, as soon as, yeah, this is going to be a card that's like the bridge. Oh, I love you. Pile number one. You pile number one are awesome. Awesome, foursome. Let's put my cards away. Okay, this is one of my favorite cards. Black Jaguar, Old Soul. I feel like I really needed this pile to start off with. Oh yeah, you're like the cheeky ones too. That's even cooler. It's like you have the wisdom, you have that deep understanding that enables you to be so cheeky and clever. So cheeky and clever, and I'm not even sensing cheekiness, I'm just sensing like you know how to play with life, or you know how to not take things so seriously, or you know how to just be you. Because it's like when I was putting this on, I felt not like I might often feel like it felt more just like, yeah, this is my natural way of being. Like, this is just normal. It's like you are very abnormal, but it's like you don't really, you might not even like see that, or you don't think about how abnormal you are very often, because it's like, yeah, that's just me. That's just normal. Like, it's only society and other people who think I'm abnormal. Like, we all know that there's no normal and that, you know, I'm just being. Anyway, Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. I felt something reading that. You have power from beyond the world. You have power from beyond the world. I'm going to take a sip of drink while I think about that. Okay, so the way confidence and grace. So the reason I got this card, remember, was about you bring your dreams and ideas into form with confidence and grace, but that's not it either. Or the words kind of, yeah, I'm not feeling that. It's something to do with you have power from beyond the world. You bring about your dreams. Yeah, again, like it's Third eye and magic. Power beyond the world fits that so well. Yeah, it's like what you do. Okay, I think it's acknowledging that what you ground isn't like anything mundane. It's power. You ground very, I'm hearing majestic energies. It's like you're something special. You're something special, and you can really Luga. I guess you are wise enough to understand that I'm feeling so much, or like I'm seeing energies, but I cannot do justice in putting words to what it is you ground, because it's so beyond this world. It's like, how can I possibly bring words to something that like it's not from here? I can't. It would defy the whole energy of what it is. So yeah, you for one see something that most people, I want to say, like, it's not just most people, it's like I'm thinking the whole spiritual community might be like, yeah, I see things that most people don't, but yours is like, okay, yeah, but within the spiritual community you see things that most don't. Oh, I want to know what you see. Okay, let's get to chopping. Now let's get to the most mundane. I feel like it's so weird now to just like, yes, these are a pair of scissors, and this is paper. Oh, yes. I don't know what I'm putting on yet. I like that. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do where it's already chopped. I feel like that is, again, it's like you've done this before. And I wonder how much of that made sense. Maybe if some of you are readers too, you kind of get how... Sorry, my phone made a noise and I need to check. Okay, that's... I don't know what that was. I don't even know if there was a noise. What was I saying? Basically, messages can come from such tiny things, and without then explaining, oh, this, I got this message because of this. Sometimes the message doesn't make as much sense, or it just sounds crazy to be saying like, oh yeah, of course. Because to the receiver it's like, of course what? Of course what? Maybe that's the scissors pile. Oh, maybe that was... Okay, that was the crystal. And now we move on, like, from the scissors, this is the new message. Okay, let's put that there. Okay. So what shall we name this book? Come on, pile in your suggestions. I'm also considering whether this book will be, like, will I use, because I like writing, like journaling, will this be a book for myself as well as for when I do stuff like this? Like, will it be a page for me, then pile 1, pile 4, like... I just cut to the middle, like, ugh, I feel so grumpy today, and then, like, later on in the page, like, intuition speaks with the sound of the wind. I don't know. Name. Oh yeah, with name I must know what is. That's your message. I feel like I'm plucking things out of thin air at this point. I forgot what I was even gonna say the message was. Ah. I don't know if you are the ones that are bringing me back to my calm, relaxed state, like it's okay, or if I'm picking up a lot on your energies and you feel like you need to like clench almost, and that you're being reminded that it's okay. Yeah, I felt a weight lift. Maybe that was just some of you, I'm not sure. Ah, that's what it was. I got the idea from that we must write "it's okay" somewhere. Get the stove out the way. Doo-ka-doo-ka-dee-dee. I don't know why I'm getting paper to put on paper. I guess we'll write it here. What colour should we do? I think red. Root chakra did want to come in at the very beginning when I was taking a picture for the thumbnail thingy-mang-jingings. Okay, it's okay. Whee. I don't know. I don't know about doing this whole video. I'm doubting its power. / I'm doubting, like, is this really what I want to be doing? It feels a bit forced, but I don't know if that's just the energy I'm coming at it from, or if I'm just picking up, like, this is a reading after all. I don't know. I'm just a bit confused right now. I feel serene, and yet I feel sad. I feel very sad. Do you feel sad? It's like in the silence then you really see what's there. I feel sad. I want to say it again. Do you feel sad? Maybe some of you would benefit from a lullaby, or from speaking with a mother. If you don't feel close with your own mother, then speaking to the energy that you relate as motherly, whether that's someone in real life or just an energy out in the universe that you think like, oh, that's a real mother. Yeah, I feel like you need like a bedtime story almost. Or maybe like really gentle music. Or maybe just to feel your emotions. Maybe you've been through a lot. We did speak about how, like, the serenity you've come to, the way in which you perceive reality now. You worked a lot to get there. And maybe you kind of feel like you're there, but now you're tired. Now you need to rest after this long journey. Well, do you hear my belly agreeing with me? Yes. It sounded like a whale. A whale. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Let's get... I almost want flowers, but I want to do another something blue, something flowing down. Maybe that's a release. Maybe that's... I half want to say allowing. My camera ran out of storage. So I'm back. Oh, actually that reminds me, I'm leaving again already. It's in the light on. I hope that is okay. That lighting. You know what? This lighting, this orangeness even goes with what I was saying with like, I feel like you just need a bedtime story. Like, you just need like a cuddle or like something really gentle and soothing. Something that maybe would trigger a release because maybe you need to cry. Or no, it's not that you need to cry, it's just I feel like there are things that you can let go of that you've held on for a while. Maybe it surrounds your mother, like maybe it's pain that surrounds your mother. But whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be conscious either. You can fully let go without needing to mentally process. My belly is making so much noise. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I feel like if you have someone you can trust that can hold you in this time, I think that would really... I'm gonna reword that. There are people that you can trust, or beings that you can trust, that would love to hold you right now. Whether that is, again, in the physical or in ether, I think it would really benefit you to call upon love, to call upon comfort. And again, the word grace is coming to me. I feel like that would really allow you to feel more at peace. I feel like it's like... Do you hear that? My belly? Yeah, I was just gonna say, I feel like it's more like processing what needs to be processed as opposed to like... I don't even know what I was... what the thing before that I was thinking of was. I think that this pile doesn't really need words. Yeah, it's okay. No matter what you're going through, you are okay just the way you are. No matter how you've shown up in the world, no matter how those around you, the world itself, shows up with you, to you, you are okay. Maybe that's something that you could incorporate into allowing yourself to feel more, but also if you feel called to saying that too, or having that maybe somewhere around you that will remind you to breathe and to know that all is well. Okay. let's cut that. Whew, ah. There's a cool oracle deck that talks about whales. It's this oracle actually. In the whale card, I believe it is, or maybe it's the orca card. I think it's the orca card, where it talks about like going like getting out your like breathing out all the negativity. Let's see if I can find that. Let's find it together. Well, first it just says breath there. But here, ding, 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 ding. Let's read it all. You know what? Orcas are the best. The fierce orca is a powerful totem. Orcas live in pods. Yes, orca is like that, like the pod of orcas. That's such a you energy right now. It's just, it feels like family. To me, this is what like family feels like. Orcas live in pods and have tremendous respect for their guiding matriarchs, who can live to be 100 years old, again with the message of the mother. Orcas are family oriented and the group members take care of each other. So again, if you feel like you can rely or relax into your family, be held by your family, then maybe you feel called to do that. Or maybe this is talking about the release of certain family, or the release of trauma, or it feels less like an action to do, more feels like healing pains surrounding trauma of the family, or around family members, or those you consider family, or those that, you know, the absence of. Those with orca, orcas, family-oriented group members take care of each other. Okay, those with the orca as totem are strong, determined, and protective. When feeling joyful, they rise up powerfully from the water and create orca thunder. Orca teaches us the power of breath. If orca is swimming in your consciousness, try breathing like the orca to release any negativity you may have absorbed. Breathe in as deeply as you can, hold your breath, then expel with an explosive swoosh, or try making an orca cry. This can release resentments and greatly increase your chi. Yeah, that's it. That's also the two messages of like, it can release resentments, or it can just, you know, I don't even remember what that message was anymore. Okay, well, maybe for all of you it's the first one of, it will help you release past pain surrounding your family. If orca is your totem, you're highly telepathic. Inner Sona guides you to your goal. Others will perceive your great strength and resolve. You can lead. You always find success. Your family will bring you comfort throughout your very long life. Follow spirit signals and inner guidance to help you get back on track when feeling lost. Yeah, maybe you are feeling a little lost. I feel like, you know, I feel like even if you're like lost, like in the dark, it's like you're okay with being there because you recognize that sometimes like we need to go through these phases. I feel like overall it's like, you know, it's okay to be lost, so are you truly lost? That kind of thing. Where were we? I guess we'll go to the top again. Inner Sona guides you to your goal. Others will perceive your great strength and resolve. You can lead. You always find success. Your family will bring you comfort throughout your very long life. Yeah, definitely read that. Follow spirit signals and inner guidance to help you get back on track when feeling lost. You are a creature born to happiness. Jump through the water, make a splash, and share your joy of living in the world. Aww. Contrary, are you feeling tense? Remember to breathe deeply. Haha, maybe it was you were feeling. Are you lost? Are you beached? Are you not following your Sona? It's okay, you don't need to, if your Sona is telling you to be where you are, that's okay too. Ask Orca to help you find your way. Beware false guidance, look within and learn. Yeah, I feel like your guidance is really going to come from within. And it may just be that guidance of like spark to life, to go, won't come for yet. Won't come, isn't here yet. And that's okay. Oh, Pile 1, I love you. Pile 1. Pile 1. Let's glue in this together. And take a sip of hot drink. And I really like that this drink is gonna be gone soon. So it's like, I just had this hot drink for you. Like, you're the cozy pile. Maybe, because I said at the start, didn't I, that pile 4 was the cozy pile. Maybe some of you are pile 1 and 4s, but also, maybe I get my second drink then. Raccoons are handsy too, and I'm not using like a tool for this. So I wonder if if you like hand stuff. I wonder what that means. And I wonder if that extends to all piles, or if I will use a tool later on. Maybe this is just for you. I'm feeling really tired. I wonder if you're gonna take a nap after this. Oh, maybe that's what the bedtime story is about. Maybe you're about to sleep. That would be cool. This is your bedtime story. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a little unicorn. And the little unicorn went hopping through the woods with its sprightly friend, Mamlom. That's the name of the sprightly friend. The sprightly friend was a cross between an orca, a raccoon, and a sprite. I don't know what a sprite is, but I found out that one of my guides is a sprite. Lately, there are a lot of things that I don't know what they are. What was the thing like that just happened? I didn't know what it was. There was a word in. There's been two words in just today that I haven't known what they are. I can't remember what the second one was. Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting your bedtime story. You know what? I think it's time for bed. So, good night, my pile ones. I hope you have a very restful sleep. And if you're telling me now, I'm not going to sleep, well, get your ass in bed, because I'm telling you to go to sleep. No matter where you are in life, know that you are such a powerful, wise soul, and you really see some things that you walk through life. You know what? Shall we let's read Let's read Black Jaguar as your bedtime story. Relax, it's okay. Relax. Lunar magic, come on. We got the magic, and we got the lunar because it's bedtime. Mystery, charisma, power, profit, protection, passion, strength, stealth, sexual, grace, rebirth, royal. Yeah, we read that already. Okay. If the black jaguar is your power totem, you are blessed with a fierce guardian. It is a spirit imbued with courage, grace, valor, and power. Panther is a symbol for the dark moon and all things we can and must see beyond our earthly vision. Black jaguar is the poet, prophet, protector, and artist. They are associated with old souls who know. Jaguars are always happy to be alone, and they are never afraid. This fearlessness comes from knowing what lies beyond the veil, and that life is an illusion hiding an eternal truth of life everlasting. I want to read that part again. This fearlessness comes from knowing what lies beyond the veil, and that life is an illusion hiding in an eternal truth of life everlasting. If you are ever lonely, frightened, or lost, call upon the spirit of the jaguar for company and direction. If jaguar is your totem, she/he will be there for life's changes, growth, and discovery. Panther teaches that struggle, suffering, and endings push us to become the persons we were born to be. Do not resist this gift. A new life awaits the brave souls who are willing to face the dark night of the soul. Wake up with the dawn and walk gracefully into a new world. Panther will be by your side. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Contrary. Find guidance from your own inner light. Drop old anger to let new blessings flow. Don't let your raw passion get you into trouble. Take time alone to renew your power. Okay, with that, pile number 1. Good night. Okay, pile number 2. 2. We had a very quiet pile number 1. I will give you that. I will say that much. I wonder what your energy will be. But, I'm feeling like you might be... I'm not doing a very good job at this. Be a more playful pile. Oh boy, I hope that wasn't hurting your ears. Okay, I figured that there's gonna be 2 parts. So what were you? Yeah, right. You're right here. Oh, let's put the scissors away. So you're the shell and the Acorn. We're gonna start with the shell, and then at some point the shell will probably have their message finished, and then you can decide if you want to be the acorn and carry on with that, or if you're just or not. Yeah, okay. Shell, let's put you right over here. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if that's in view. Yes, it is. For you, we are going flowers. You have, or whatever these are, plants. You have, you know what, let's get a card for you first. Let's get a card. I was thinking I would not be doing many cards, but guess what? I love cards. Dragons. Wah. Wah. I would laugh if now it turns out you're in like... No! Don't say that, mine. Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but or take it the wrong way. You take it the right way or the wrong way. They're all one way. Okay, I don't even remember what I was gonna say anymore. It was something about it being funny if you had like severe depression, and I'm just like thinking that you're like the happiest pile. I don't know if pile 1 is still lingering or if you are also feeling a bit sad. Ah! Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear the 5th dimensional ley lines. It's time for service. When you give, you receive. I saw something when I read that. I don't know what it was anymore. Turtle! Ah! Kawaii! Ooh, this guy wants to pop out Swan. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is a combined deck. It's not just the dragons. As is demonstrated by the 4 non-dragons. You know what? Deer look like dragons, don't they? Just imagine them with like wings. Imagine a deer with the head. No. A deer with like the shell of a turtle, the neck, like only the neck of a giraffe, and the wings of a swan. That's what you look like. And you know what that is? Magnificent and unique and beautiful. One of a kind. Creative. Can one look creative? I read something in a book or somewhere, I think it was online actually, just like saying creatives often have curly hair. I thought that was interesting. I can't remember what that was related to. Okay, I think that's it for this deck of cardringos. And that is on the back. I like you. I like you, pile 2. Let us show you these in more coolness. Are you like feeling really energetic? Like with you, I just want to go like wah ya cha. With you, you're making me do things that I will find embarrassing to rewatch or not rewatch. To think about. No, I can't do it. That's what you look like. I don't even know. Is that a message? Like, there is gonna, like, surely one person at least is gonna be like, oh my god, that was for me. Like, I know what that means. Is someone getting like a false leg or something? Like, they are literally combining, or like implants, like booby implants. I didn't mean that. Like, okay, I'm gonna sound stupid, but like, can you get heart? You can get heart implants, right? Like, because I feel like there's that whole thing of like putting like a pig's heart in someone. I have no clue. I'm not socially adept. I don't even know what adept means. Okay, let's see if we can get anything out of these cards. Well, first of all, I feel like I don't know what this means, but I mean, for one, I'm seeing spirals here, and I've never seen this before. What is that? I don't know. it's like, yeah, it's like what you do, even if you, like, you think that this is almost, like, unnoticeable or, like, maybe very internal. Like, I guess this is, like, the power that you integrate within yourself has effect on, like, the whole collective. Maybe that's something that you know, but it's not something you've really, like, delved, really accepted, that you do affect the collective. It's like the way I'm seeing this is like this dragon's respect for this rock and acknowledgement of this rock's power is what creates like an explosion, so like somewhere way off in the distance. By the way, if you can hear my belly rumbling, like, I don't even know what to say about that. My belly's rumbling. Yeah. So you're powerful and you affect the whole world. Maybe you affect, like, it's not just that you affect the whole world now, but it's also like your current self and your current life will 100% affect the entire, like, future of planet Earth. Like, you are powerful. I don't want to say you are powerful, because, I mean, you are, but that doesn't feel like the message here. It's just like, you don't feel like, I don't feel like I need to, like, hype you up or anything. It's just, like, acknowledging that what you do does affect others, and what you do does affect the world around you. Maybe you felt like you are insignificant and that what you do doesn't affect others, because you're like, oh, well, what I do doesn't really matter. But I mean, it feels like I'm just repeating myself now. Like, actually, maybe you want to consider that you're more of an influence than you think, or than you did think, and now you don't think, and now we all think, and now one thinks. Okay, deer. Joga. I feel like there's something significant about, like, the deer in the woods. Oh, whoa, it's snowing! Oh, that's so beautiful. Look, it's snowing even though there's fire. And these deer are in the fire woods, and yet the snow remains. What does that mean? I think it may mean that even in, I mean, for one message is like, even in the harshest of climates, you remain. Oh my god. Do you know, there's a YouTuber, or streamer, I don't know, called Germa. For the, like, one person who knows, like, I just heard, oh my god, I can't think of how it goes. It's just like, only I remain. Like, he lists, like, all these famous, like, artists, who are dead, like Vincent van Gogh, or like just famous people, and then he says, like, they're all dead, only I remain. So yeah, take that as you will. Okay. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon strengthens you to stand in your power. Oh, look what I was saying. You're powerful. With wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. With pride, god damn it! Swan. And for those of you who are like, what quote, what is that from? Nothing, I just say things weirdly. Swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty. Or I said something and you're like, haha, that's from that, isn't it? And I made you laugh, and now is the time when I tell you, yeah, I don't, that, yeah, it was from that. It was from that thing that you know that it's from. What did that say? Swan, demonstrate grace and majesty. Yeah, both of these are very, like, yeah, they're all, like, you just kind of exist, and you don't need to make a fuss about the fact that you exist. Like, you do just exist. And you can be very humble with that. Not that I really know what the word humble means, but you can be really humble with that. And I feel like again, like, I feel like trying to, like, hype you up would be to, like, tell you you're to be someone you're not. I feel like you do, yeah, again, like giraffe, very graceful. Like, you just have a way of existing, and turtle does just, like, ride the waves. It's like you do just exist, and even if maybe you're, like, very solitudal, like, you don't interact with the world very much, and you are being shown that, like, even in this, like, way that you just exist, you are still having a strong effect. And it's not about trying to be any way that you're not, but it's about recognizing the way that you are. Yeah. Yeah. Like, the path that you walk lights the way for others. And that others doesn't need to be, like, whoa, that's really cool. I've never thought about that. It doesn't even have to be, like, other humans. It can be other animals. It can be other forms of existence. It doesn't even have to be on Earth. It can be that the way you exist, your soul expresses itself. Like, souls. It affects other souls, other planets, other, like, dimensions. Like, everything is interconnected. And the way that you exist has an effect on existence as a whole. Okay, let's see which card wants to be the cover. That's not being, like, an obsessive oracle reader, is it? I find it interesting this is the one that comes up because I feel like this is kind of the one that I don't understand the most. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, this is the part. That was Shell's time to shine. Now is the Acorn reading. I can tell already that Acorn is far more serious than Shell. Just wanna say. Or, like... No, you're different. There's, like, a couple people have left, or a couple people have joined to create a different energy right now. I want to use a pencil for you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. And I'm now realizing it's not gonna be as... It's not gonna work the way that I was hoping it would. But what I was gonna say is this drawing is forever going to be under the thing that I put on it. And even though I don't see it, it's still there. It still affects the vibration of existence. So, for those of you joining, I will have nothing more to add on that. You may use your own brain to come to conclusions that are of your own. I feel like there might also be a message of, like, embracing the mundane. You've got to be able to hear that belly, right? Is the heating? No. My belly's been a loud little dude today. Okay, that is the undercurrent. No, there's more. There's more. Okay, no, it isn't. Okay, now it is. Earthly. This pile I was gonna say this pile feels very earthly, and you got the, I guess crystals are like maybe more earthly than the shell. Damn it! But you did get the only thing from a tree. That I am right about, I think. Flowers or plants. We will see. It's kind of getting dark. I wonder if you can still see. Oh, doesn't that fits with this guy, I think. Yeah, I was thinking flowers for you, but maybe it's more like, my mind said watery than that, but that doesn't even make sense. Now I kind of wish I knew what tree that came from. Like, what if it's this tree? Ooh, I kind of like that. That's really cute. I'm just covering up pile number 1. But I will take 2 of the leaves off. So, you know, maybe there are 2 people in your life that you need to let go of. But actually, you think it's gonna only take 2 people, but once you start, then, you know, 3 people will be let go of because 1 didn't like you. I'm sorry. I'm just saying nonsense. You just take what you need to take from my words. I don't need to be saying that. Like, you're a human that has its own brain, and I don't need to be telling you that you don't need to listen to a person who you don't know. I don't know where that message was going. I feel like I might have upset someone there. I apologize. If that message was actually real and I think that might be what you have experienced actually, because it's what I was saying for the shell part, of you might be seeing yourself as less significant than you are, less influential than you are, and so it's like really acknowledge that your powers can have words, that your existence really can influence others. So notice how maybe you already have affected others and you maybe aren't taking like credit for that. Whether maybe for some that's like credit in a like affected someone in a positive light, or maybe credit in that you hurt someone or had the kind of influence that you're not seeing was actually from you. Yeah, maybe you are like super playful, and yet maybe part of that is an escape from like duty. I don't want to say duty. An escape from power, an escape from, okay, with wisdom. Yes, strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty, wear your cloak of power with pride. Yes. 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 I was actually getting this card up to show you that it has a sword, because it's like, words can cut. Maybe you have been particularly abrasive with some people. Recognize your power, no matter what that looks like for you, or maybe you're being guided now to consider what your relationship to your own power of influence really is. And I will say that I think I need this message, and I don't know how it will play out, because it's like, I like making funny jokes of that definitely have a power to hurt people. But it's like, and I don't wish to hurt anyone, but then the jokes are funny. So it's like, yeah. It's gonna be a process. It's also like, as I'm filming, like, this channel has no views, like, no one will, like, from my current perspective, it's like, I don't even know if this video will reach people. Like, that's from my mind's perspective. The more logical side of me, that doesn't really make sense, but bear with. The more logical side of me knows that I am picking up on a lot of energies that are not my own right now and throughout this reading, so it's like, yeah, obviously people are gonna watch it, at least one for each of the piles I've done so far, because, you know, I sense you. But my mind is like, yeah, this is like nothing. And it can be easier to believe we are powerless, because then we don't have to face the fact that we are seen. Like, for example, me, if I really saw everyone who's gonna see this video, I might be terrified right now. I probably would not have been saying the kinds of, or like acting as carefreely. Maybe I would have. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit there. But I know that I can definitely hold more accountability and hold myself higher, because holding myself lower isn't helping anyone that would find me. Yeah, I think that was the message. Yeah, that's it for for the Acorn and shell pile. Okie dokie. Let's keep the shell out to represent you and put you to the side. Okay, bye bye pile 2, shell and acorn. See you in another pile if you want to show up, or see you in another reading, or see you in maybe 5,000 lifetimes, or like maybe 3 lifetimes, or in the realm where lifetimes don't exist. Yeah, all that jazz. Bye bye. Okay, pile. See, if any of you are still here from pile number 2, I probably would not have been making those sounds if I knew how many people would watch this, or really felt like it's people watching this. Like, it's not just like a number, it's real people. And I don't want, like, I even hate saying that, because it's like, no, I know you're people, I value you, like, I do see you. Because that's, again, it's like, if you're not recognizing your own power of influence, you're not really recognizing the power within other people either. So it's like a double-edged sword. But if you begin to value your own self, then you do begin to value others too. It's just all reflection. So if you if you're having trouble seeing how much you value yourself, it can be helpful to look at how much you value others and in what capacity you value others, because, you know, our minds can play a lot of tricks on what value really is, and how we project that onto different areas of life, and the way in which we value, is that really value, or is that just kind of using for particular gain? Like, it's different. Or at least I guess, again, it's like my view of value is heart value, and that's true value to me. But again, it's like that word value. I'm speaking random stuff now. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I was just saying that I made that funny noise. That hilarious noise. And that I'm gonna do it again. Not now, but later. Later when no one's watching. Okay, pile 3. I don't know if I'm gonna let you hear that part, if that was for you too, or if you're coming in now. So welcome pile number 3. I'm gonna get right into it. The other piles wanted cards, but for you, I'm feeling... Ooh, I feel your energy more strongly now. I'm gonna do a bit of drawing on this leaf. This was pile number 1, and this is pile number 2, and we will see where you will influence. I wonder, because you guys feel kind of, I'd say you feel creative, like you care more about what I'm doing right now, as opposed to like the reading aspect. I wonder if you'll want to not only be a part of this page, but maybe you'll want to be a part of like beginning the Noti book part 2. I will say you have a certain vision / sight that seems to be otherworldly. I wonder if any of you are from pile 1. But what I'll say is, which is unique to pile 3, is there's like a juiciness to your vision. It's like what I'm drawing right now. I'm seeing it as a plant from another world, and it has very like, do you like D&D or something, or something creative of the essence of like creating worlds, existing in other worlds? Do you maybe prefer to be in other worlds than this one? I feel like, okay, maybe that's the message. Maybe you want to be in another world more than you want to be in this one, or you want to only be creating your world and not, maybe you're kind of neglecting some of your more earthly values. Let's get cards now. I couldn't wait that long. What cards do you want? Let's go for shadows. Yay! Sarah. Cards everywhere. I do feel like you have a particular vision. I'm not sure what that's quite talking about, whether that is different for each of you, whether that might be particular to like you literally creating something right now alongside me, or it's like your vision of life, or your vision of like otherworldly life. Like maybe for one, you need to know that what you perceive as imaginary is, I was gonna say is real, but I'm not sure if that's the message for you. Why did I get cards? Are you quite absent-minded? Because I kind of feel very, like, more ditzy with you. More, yeah, I feel very dreamy. Like, it's very interesting. I feel more present with you right now, but also far more, like, out there. But that's really, really interesting. Like, I haven't felt myself this, like, my presence as much with the other piles as I am doing right now with you. Why did we want cards? Tower. Oh, is something crumbling? I just heard, like, set your dreams on fire. Maybe your vision is crumbling, like your... Look at that shadow. Whee, that's me. Okay, so maybe for someone you're escaping your what's currently going on in your life through your creativity or through your vision of what you want something to be. There was another, so either you're, oh my god, I didn't even see ditzy. With the others I kind of made it more of a thing. Oh, I haven't even cleared pile 2s. You guys, what are you doing? I think more chaos is going to build in your world the more you avoid the truth. I am sorry to I'm sorry if that is hard to hear, because truly letting go of truly change can be a difficult process, and you by no means, remember, you don't need to take anything that I'm saying, but what I am gonna say is I think that you could really do with facing what is occurring within you. For someone or some people, perhaps you are realizing that what you once saw as your dream is no longer what you want. So it really is like setting your dreams on fire, like that's not it anymore. And maybe that's really scary. Maybe it's something that you've built up over a very long time. Maybe that is something that you still have a passion for and you love it still, but it's maybe not going to be a part of your life in the way that you once thought it was. Maybe it's going to be less of a focus, and maybe that's really scary. Like, you don't know what's going to come and fill that space that you once had so clearly for this project. Like, if you are a creative person, I'm seeing that you're clinging on to your creation as a form of coping. It's not what your heart desires. It's not what you desire. You may wish it was what, again, you may wish it was what you desire, but it's not. So what do you desire? You don't even need to ask that question, I'm hearing. What you really need to, you just need to see the truth, I think. The tower is crumbling regardless of if you see it or not. It will just be a more enjoyable ride if you choose to look at it sooner. Just be, like, for the pure reason that you really have something more aligned with your heart right now, and the more you pour your energy into that, the more you're able to feel like fulfilled by life, because it's not like you're being guided to let go of this for no reason. It's like the reason is something even better. and you just may have some tingle-winglings about, like, you may just be fixated on it for no reason. I'm not saying that there's no reason, but for some people there may be no reason. And maybe as soon as you recognize, like, oh, I actually don't want that, then it's a big relief, like a fucking big release. Yeah. Why am I swearing more than I usually do? I wonder if that is, like, is that authentic to me? I'm just wondering. Like, I have sworn more on video, like, on these videos than I do when when I'm alone speaking with myself. But that's not even true. I don't know. It just feels prominent right now. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is what it is. It's nothing. It's completely, you think it's way worse than it is. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to dim your experience by any means. I think you just will be really happy to see the truth. And I think the truth may be that that your creation, your goal, your dream, this thing that you love, isn't what you want to do in life. It may be something that continues to be a part of your life, even a big part of your life, but it's not the primary thing. And I think you're coming around to that. So we got 6 of Pentacles. Maybe it's that it won't be your career, but it's like more of a side project. Justice. Death. Yeah, I see. I was noticing, I don't know, I think that may have come out in reverse, but I know that Death came out in reverse and 2 of Swords did. To me, this feels like you're being called to let, like, I'm not saying let it go, but let it transform into its new way of being. And you are resisting, or you were resisting, this shift. And I feel like the fact that the 2 of Swords was reversed, which talks about being torn between the head and the heart, I feel like you wouldn't be torn if you actually saw what the head and the heart were saying. Like, some people can feel torn, but I think you haven't actually acknowledged that there are options almost. It's like you didn't even look at the fact that it wouldn't be your creation, your primary creation, or like this specific thing, dream. You didn't want to consider the fact that there could be something else for you. And I feel like I just keep feeling like the tails are skipping. The scales are tipping, or like the scales are, that's interesting, because you would have thought that it would be like the scales are coming into balance, but it's not. It's like the scales are tipping in your favor. You're beginning to favor one, and maybe that scares you because that's not the one that you thought that you would have wanted. 6 of Pentacles makes me feel like it makes me feel like the universe is blessing blessing something else with more financial gain for one. So it's like, maybe you don't want to make what you thought your career and you want to make something else your career, but it's also like, I'm hearing the seeds of change are being prospered. They're being favored. Something is growing within you, and you are becoming more aware of what that is. And that may be scary, but But the more you see what it actually is, the lighter, and the more what, Spirit? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's wonderful. The Wheel of Fortune and Ace of Cups. So for one, like, the more like, you'll feel the love of life more. You'll feel blessed. You will feel more blessed. Like, life is just like the Wheel of Fortune. If we take this away from tarot and we literally just hear the words, it's like fortune. Like, any way you go, you will feel blessed. I don't know why that's the only, and abundant. Like, there's just a burst of life and love. It's like opportunities just flow to you. The zest of life return. I don't even want to say that. It's not like the zest of life. It's more emotional fulfillment than that. But it's not even like fulfillment. It's more like Ace is the first one, right? Of Cups, emotions. It's like you just feel life again. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning that is it feels like such an obvious energy, and I can't put words to it, but I will allow you, I will bring these in case you want to like screenshot it and look it up for yourself. I'm sure Google has a lot of very apt descriptions for that. Okay, let's see if you have an oracle. You know what, maybe it's time to go into that can be for this crystal, and now we're gonna go into this. So if you're leaving me, bye bye. And if not, then let us go into the interesting. See, this is about creation too. So yeah, like powerful creation. I'm really wondering if you're just being called for a new creation and not the old one. A new idea. Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting more tarot, but let's go. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas, don't you? I've never watched it, but the tarot is really lovely. Ah! Okay, well. I wonder if you need to be I feel like I was really harsh with that that last message. And I also am feeling very harsh right now, like on myself. So I feel like that is definitely correlating with you needing to, yeah, again, like six of needles. Okay, yeah, it is like you're moving on, but you're moving on from somewhere, like this isn't necessarily easy at all. So like allow yourself to move forwards with compassion, yeah, and remembering that it's like, though the stitches may hurt, you're doing it to heal. You're doing it for a better, fuller life. Yeah, recall why you're doing this. And for those of you who are coming in at this pile and who no clue what I'm talking about, I feel like I might do this, so it's like I intend more like this is just like the add-on of pile 3, so there aren't like new ones, but if there are, it seems very much like you're letting go of something that you once held dear to you, and not necessarily in a way that you let go of it forever, but more so that it's becoming something else. It's possibly taking a step down as a place in your life. And I wasn't seeing it like this, I was seeing it as a creation, but the example that's coming to mind is like a relationship, like a romantic relationship now becoming a friendship. So it's like, it's still in your life, but it's not with the same degree, like it's not as big of a thing anymore. And this section of it is really about allowing the new to come in while having compassion for yourself for letting go of the old. 9 of Potions. So 9 of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're getting I feel like this is all about you getting what you've dreamed of, but it doesn't look like what you had envisioned, and the old vision is what you're letting go of. But the new wow. Okay, that's it for the cards. But the new vision is still your dream. It's still filled with all those emotions that you desired. It's just, it looks different. It just looks different. Yeah. And it may be less otherworldly than you were imagining. It may be far more like you are finding more of a love, like closer to home, or more groundedly, like you're seeing. It's like now your dream is way closer, like this new dream, it's way closer, so you're actually seeing the like fruits of your labor, or you'll begin to live through this energy of fulfillment more. And maybe that is a little scary too, because it's like, oh wow, I'm like, this is like I kind of made it. And maybe it doesn't, maybe you were expecting it to feel more ethereal than the reality. Like you actually feel these sensations in your physical body, like you're not an ET, like you're still human. But it's like you get to experience your dreams, but as a human. And as a human, like that's not a but, like, and you are a human, like that's freaking awesome. I feel like it's about embracing this whole new reality, and this reality is more grounded than you used to see it. You are really more real, like this dream is more real, like you can actually taste it, you can actually conceive of it more. Whereas the old one may have been more intangible, like you didn't really know how it would play out. This one is concrete, and this one is close or already here. I want to get another card for you. I want a comfort card. What deck shall we use? Okay. Kind of ironic, but Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Because it's not like you're losing, I feel like you're not losing that old, the old you, or the old, I mean you're losing the old you, but you're not losing yourself. You're just, what is this? What is this energy? Why is it hard to let go of? Because it's like the future seems really bright for you, but you're still sad about leaving that old. It's still hard for you to do it. Because you form emotional bonds, because, like, okay, let me, one sec. I wonder if for any of you this is not a creative project and this is people and you are letting go of people and that's hard. It's, yeah, and we're gonna use that analogy is like imagining it as people is helping me understand the difficulty a bit more. It shouldn't have had to. I mean, it's okay that it did, but anyway. I don't know if that's seeable. I apologize. It has become dark. It has become dark. Oh wait, maybe I was the problem. I was in the way. I don't know what you can see. Okay. Anyway, it says The Gathering, 33. Community, kinship, companionship. And 15, the dolphin caller. Pure, joyful friendships, loving help. So, I think this is a two-part message. I think, firstly, maybe this is just for me. It's probably obvious to you why you find it hard to let go of. But for me, I guess explaining the reason why it's so hard to let go of is because you've created everlasting bonds, because your heart was connected to this. It's like, even if you're walking to greener pastures, you're still walking away from something you care about. Whether, again, that walking away is truly walking away or not, you're walking away from a version of it, at least. And that seems to be really hard for you. And I want to cuddle you. I'm energetically cuddling you. It's okay. And it's okay to take your time to, no matter, I kind of feel like this process is unfolding naturally for you. So allow the tides to take you, allow this process, allow yourself to grieve if you feel drawn to. And the second part of this message is more so about, I think, where you're being led to. I think maybe if you have been alone on this journey or you haven't felt connected, I think you're finding a lot more love in people and love in your creations too. But I think this is primarily a message of you being led into this world and you realizing maybe that you've been living in your imagination, not in this other world that most of us see as the primary one. And I think you're realizing that you really want to live in this other world, this earthly, more grounded one. I think because people are going to come into it seems like the obvious message is friends are this way. Like, you're going to meet people that you just adore and you want to be around them and they light you up. And, like, why exist in my head when I can exist with these great people? That's what it feels like. Like, it literally says community, kinship, companionship, and joyful friendships. The dolphin caller and the gathering, they both are, like, the caller and the gathering. It's all coming together. And though you may be in a time of great change where things do feel uncertain, I think you, like, wish upon a star. Like, I think you can, like, this star is very visible too. I think maybe you already know that you're being led to your soul family or to the group of people who you really, or the person that you really will cherish in this lifetime. Or however, I feel like the cards say it, I don't need to add much more. So yeah, pal 3, that's it. That's it. Pal 3, I love you so much. I'm so happy for you. I know it's hard, but I'm so happy for you. Like, you're getting I feel like you're getting what you wanted for so long. And my mind is like, and you're getting like confirmation of it through like a really weird crafting pick a card reading. I think it's weird because I guess I was seeing this pick a card as like less informational, and this message feels like huge. It feels like you're going through huge life shifts, and that like you're like people that are really important to you are coming in and maybe being let go of. Or yeah, things are moving in your life, and I just think that's wonderful. So yes. I just want to like sit here and just like giggle with you. Oh. Shall we pull another card? I feel like we formed a bond now. I wanna pull a. Shall we see? Let's see like your relationship with these people. Or maybe I should look at if this is not even people, if this is like another dream. Should I leave it open? Okay, no, this is what you need. Okay, I'm sorry, we're not looking at it. Yeah, we will. Okay, first of all, we're gonna get a card for what does pile 3's relationship with these people in the future. These beautiful companionships. What do you want to tell them about them? Staying focused. Maybe you will work together, but no, I feel like what this is like, even if you're not there yet, like, like he's stargazing, right? He's stargazing. He, like, focus on that star. Hold the course. Okay, shall we read that? Oh, that's adorable. On the back we got Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. That is adorable. What's behind that? Answering the call, the time is now. Answering the call. Yeah, that's why these people are coming in for you, because you have, like, big things are changing. It's because of these changes that you are making, or that are being made naturally, that you are accepting. It's through what you're going through that these beautiful changes are happening. That's beautiful. And it's like, I guess it's like, I want to say, like, think of like how hard this change is for you is like the opposite of, it's like the girth in that is the girth in this being what you're moving towards, and this being what you're letting go of. I hope that made any sense at all. So this is the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle, and it kind of, to me, represents an oracle surrounding the Tower card. It is an oracle about those times of uncertainty, about going through changes, and I feel like maybe those changes won't, like, they're not overnight changes. Love isn't, okay, well, come on. And adventure on the bottom. That's adorable. Perfection. Okay, let's read the love card. But come on, like, come on. This is, yeah, love. I love this. I love this. 25, yeah, okay. To love is to give without any expectation of return. It is a commitment of our time and attention to accept another as they are. It is the most selfless thing that we can do, and it is calling to you now. This is really interesting. Like, as I'm speaking, I feel like I'm another being. Like, I feel like I haven't spoken with my mouth before. I think maybe you're like super ethereal, and maybe what you're letting go of is to do with like existing more outside of your body, and you're really coming back to your body. And when you come back to your body, like others come back to their body, and you can, you know, unite bodies. It may seem as though there is a better answer than love, that love does not apply to this situation, but it is not so. Love builds bridges. Love builds bridges. It mends broken hearts. It builds trust and sets you free. Regardless of who we are, where we are, and what we do, we all respond to the language of love. It is the universal language. If you have pulled this card, then love might be calling to you today. The calling! The call. The calling! If you have pulled this card, then love might be calling to you today. Love is the highest way, and when you stand in love, you hold the frequency of heaven within your very being. Yes, I think you usually go to love in heaven rather than letting love and heaven come to you. Like, now you're getting to hold love, not just exist in it. Like, you are love. If you wish to rise above your current situation and see with a higher perspective, look at your situation with the eyes of love. Okay, let's read this. I'll hold it up first in case you want to do it alone. Is that focusing? Okay. Find a comfortable seat and take a few deep breaths, centering yourself within your being. Place the candle, if you want a candle, you can place the candle there too, but place the crystal in your right hand. Light the candle of your heart and bring in your energy. I'm just imagining someone like swallowing a candle and lighting it. You know what? That maybe some of you needed that visualization. If you couldn't imagine lighting the candle of your heart, just imagine swallowing one and then swallowing the candle, then swallowing a lighter, and then swallowing like a mini being or like an animal so that it can do that, like it can light it inside. Yeah. I know all of you asked for that, and you're welcome. Close your eyes and envision a situation or person before you, whatever you're concerned about. Feel what emotions this brings up inside of you. Now shift your focus to the center of your being. Gently bring the feeling of love into the emotions that come up. Let love sit with the previous emotions, then look at what is before you. How has it changed your perspective? If you can, send love out to them today. Safely extinguish the candle before closing the ritual, So remember to tell the little guy that you've told to light the candle to also, what's the thing where you, is there a word for that? Oh my god, my candle's not lit. I thought I had lit it. Anyway, what's the thing when you extinguish candle with your fingers after licking your fingers? Is that called something? It should be called something. It should have a name. Anyway, yeah, make sure to tell your little being animal guy to do that at the end of the ritual. So, affirmations. Love created me. It is my essence. Love is who I am at my core. Love is written in my DNA. I can feel love resonate within every cell of my being. I am love. I choose to walk in love today because it is who I am. Love is my inner compass, and I will follow it in all things. Yes. Love. Who doesn't love love? Doesn't this card encompass everything that any reading should ever encompass? Love. I laugh, but it's true. I laugh because it's true. And you know it too, and that rhymed, so I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with rhyme, but I can't. You got the dolphin cola too. You playful friendships, you know? You and I, maybe I'm the friendship that you've been looking for. You know, who knows? Who knows? Maybe you, because you probably know if you like me or not. I don't know. I'm the one of who knows. You know what I know? I know that who, me and my best friend of old used to say this. Who must be a very all-knowing being. Because everyone seems to, like, say that he knows, but I don't know even who, like, who is Hugh? Like, is it spelled, like, H-U-W? Like, is it not, like, who knows, but it's, like, Hugh knows? Like, Hugh actually does know? I feel like I could have said that way more betterly. But, you know, I mean, who knows? Ah, God. God knows. See? God and Hugh must be best friends. I realized that I'm packing this pile away without saying anything, so bye-bye pile number 3. Little bit chaotic that was, and I had fun. So I send you love on your Wheel of Fortune, what was the other one? Ace of Cups journey. And yeah, much love to you. I'm going to keep the camera on, so, you know, leave if you will, if you wish. If you will that. I like that. Leave if you will. Ah, no, my brain was concocting some sort of pun there that is not going to happen. Okay, I know why pile 4 was the calm one. It's because I'm gonna head downstairs, get me a drink, maybe a snack, and I'm going to turn the camera off now and return to pile 4. Return. Okay, see you in a bit. Or not in a bit, in a splickety split, because that's how cameras work. Pile number 4. I returned to you after grabbing myself some frozen grapes and a hot drink. See, I knew you were the cozy one from the start. You're the one with warmth and, ooh, the juxtaposition. Frozen and boiling. Except not boiling, just warm. You're just hot and cool. Please never mention that I have ever said those words to anyone. I also have, sorry for any of those who don't like people talking with their mouth full, proceeds to choke and die on camera. I have a timer on my laptop beside me. Now on 12. And I did not wait like 3 whole seconds to be able to say 12 instead of 12:15. I have that timer on for going and getting some roasted hazelnuts. Roasted chestnuts, I mean. Chestnuts. So again with the coziness. Okay, wait, actually. Learning from mistakes. Maybe you are learning from a mistake, because I was about to do the exact thing that I did at the very beginning of the video, with putting my hot drink in between my legs while I like move stuff around. But then I didn't. And you know what? That's what matters. Oh, now I see why you're the cozy pal, because I'm still figuring out how I position myself. Because I'm going to use a few cards, or a card, see if any cards want to come out from my own deck. I have like 7 cards that I haven't created the deck yet, but it's like I've created it, but I haven't brought it into physical existence yet. And I have just printed like a few of them, but then the printer ran out of ink. And then I got ink, and then I was like, I don't really feel like So yeah, that's the story of that. Cool, okay, those are what ones to come. Put that away. So we have, let me show you. I allow myself to reap the benefits of being me. Wow. And infinite possibilities. So, I feel like you are stepping into you're in a stage of life where it's like you can really do anything. And you know what? It's kind of funny that I was saying like, you're so hot, you're so cool at the start of this pile, because this card is like the solar plexus of power and creation, and having that with like infinity, it just feels very like you are extremely powerful and you are stepping into a very expansive phase of life. Unicorns want to speak to you. Let's get a card, another card. Pile 4. You watching here, I hold you very near and dear to my heart, because like this deck really came from my heart, and although it's in pieces of paper as of now, one day it will be created, and you are the first pile that I have ever done a reading with them. And that just is like, I'm honored. I'm so honored. And my cheek is freezing right now because I have a frozen grape in it while I speak. There's something about that too. It's like, I reap the benefits of being me. It's like, I feel like you have put in a whole, maybe you're from another pile also, but you've put in a lot of work to get to where you're at, and you like allow yourself to really enjoy where you're at. Enjoy that you are now in a space where you can kind of go anywhere. I feel like maybe you've had a huge transformation as of late, or you're on the brink of a whole new life. And honestly, this is don't tell the others, don't. The others were amazing, but you're my favorite part. It's like you have a whole new, like, the world, like, if people could see their lives the way that you are currently seeing your life, that would just change, like, that would shift this world to like incredible heights. I just think that you have the power to go in whatever direction you want now. So it's like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? Maybe you already know, maybe you're already creating it, but it's kind of just like, the world is endless. Wow, I love that the magic wanted to come out, because we were seeing that as I shuffled it. Wow, more want to come out. Expansion, like, that's literally this. I want to say with this card, the way let's put this out the way actually. There's my belly making noises once again. The way I see this card is actually spirit angels, spirit guides, guardian angels. It's my card of help with wings, like allow others beings, and especially with this magic card, and I'm looking at the fairies, it's like, yes, allow the fact that it's you're in infinite possibilities is kind of like, and expand. Oh my god, yeah, it kind of feels to me like you can't even see where you could go from here. Like you could go so far that you, and I feel like you even know that. I feel like you know that you can go so far, and it's like open to seeing more. You think you you think you can see a lot now, just just you wait. But it's not even like just you wait, it's like don't wait. It's like ask for that now. Ask for it now. Ask to be able to see. So let's read them. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Oh yeah, there's that message again of learning. Because the thing when I learnt... I can't even remember what it was now. But yeah. Learning. Relearning. Remembering. I feel like you've just closed out a major cycle in your life, because I'm feeling like you've done it. Congratulations on whatever you've done. It feels like great, like you have reached a new level, a new tier of existence, and now you get to build off that. Now you get to reap the rewards. Like in a more mundane example, it's like you finished a project and now you get to receive money for it, or now you get to receive praise for it, or now you get to use it or eat it, whatever your project is, and seeing that in the project of self, it's like now you get to taste who you've become. It's like you have become anew, and now you get to experience life from that new space. Frozen grape time. Magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. You know what we're gonna do? This is really exciting for me. Let's read what I have written for these two after we read the magic card. Actually, I have 2 more grapes left, and then you won't hear my sounding. Not that you can hear the crunch, but my voice speaking weirdly. Okay, magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. The unicorns and fairies have come together to remind you of your connection with magical beings. They invite you to ask their combined support. They invite you to ask for their combined support. A situation in your life may need an extra dash of fairy dust and a beam of unicorn light to help it to resolve quickly and easily. Perhaps you have become lost in the outer world of logic and need to remember the power of magic and miracles that come from within. Or this may simply be a joyful invitation to make a wish and know that you are surrounded by magic at this time. I love the energy of make a wish. I don't know if that feels... Oh! if you like oracle readings, I wonder if you like Aso Tarot. Aso Tarot. And she does make a wish, like segments at the start of her readings. Maybe you feel drawn to one of them. Anyway, it felt magical. I don't know. Call on the fairies and unicorns to remind you, to guide you, again with the guide, to guide you and to help bring about an even higher outcome, expansion, even higher. Ask them to show you unmistakable signs that they are with you and spend time out in nature speaking with them. Call on them as a team, knowing that the lightness and fun of the fairies is the perfect complement to the loving energy of the unicorns. They whisper in your ear, make a wish and believe it is already so. Believe in us, believe in magic, now and always. I feel like some of you got something really beautiful out of that, because I heard that in a way I've never heard it before. And my timer is going off in 5 seconds, so I will be back with the hazelnuts. No. You hear that? Ah, so loud. Well, pile 4. I have returned. What is that? Yes. I've returned with 2 crumbs of roasted walnut. Not walnuts, chestnuts. Why does my brain not want to name the nut correctly? Anyway, it is much later. It is almost time for my Betty bye-byes. However, I thought about doing this reading later on tonight. However, I mean tomorrow morning. But I really love the cozy energy of just being with you tonight. So let us continue. I am definitely in the mood for pulling some more cards. So we're gonna go with the Healing Spirits. I wonder why sometimes I feel like showing you the deck and sometimes I just want to do the cards. And I wonder how that message is significant to this pile. This pile that is very clearly going through a whole, like, an opening of what the world can be. You're seeing life through a grander perspective, through a wider perspective. Or 3. Shall we keep them? Let's keep them, actually. That's kind of exciting. It's like you're seeing life. It's when I said you're seeing life through a grander perspective, it's almost like actually you're not. It's almost like you're opening up to not seeing life through any perspective. With infinite possibilities and expansion, it's like you're opening to the fact that you don't know what is out there, and that you can be so much, like magic, right? So much of the way our human collective lives through is through not believing in magic. And I feel like I'm not even going to counteract that, because I feel like you're in a state of being which is like, yes, let's believe in nothing. Let's not believe. Let's just, like, not have concrete anything. I feel like I didn't quite word that in as beautiful of a way as I'm seeing it. But we'll continue. There were 4. See, it's just like that. It's like there's so much beyond what you're currently seeing, and I feel like you're really opening up to being able to sense that. To sense that there is so much beyond, like, a thicket of a veil. I don't know what that means. This is the perfect time. Why does that feel so significant for you? It's almost as if pulling oracle cards is a magical experience where they bring the exact card that you need to hear. Almost, you know. Almost as if existence truly is magical. Okay, and the final one of these cards is when it feels right, do it. So we've got you came to serve, true love can never really be lost. This is the perfect time, and when it feels right, do it. Oh, when you get to that part, because this feels quite like a journey to me. It feels like this is where you're at, and the first step is really coming to feel your worth. I feel like that goes very much with this card of I allow myself to reap the benefits of being me, in that it's like you're really seeing who you are. I feel like you're really allowing yourself to be yourself, to be grounded on earth, to take up space, to allow yourself to expand. Again, like even with the wings, it's like so big. Like spreading your wings in a way that's like you you're not afraid of being seen anymore, or you're stepping into that. And I feel like through that energy you can really feel a deeper sense of purpose. I feel like you are really letting go of old ways that have tethered you to either people or situations, or no, it's more of a way of being. Even if it was even if you're letting go of tangible things, the key, really, the value, the core is that you're letting go of a way of being that you're no longer in, that you're no longer that no longer serves you. Because you came to serve yourself, and you came to serve the self that is existence, that is everythingness, that is the collective, whatever you want to see that as. That there's so many collectives. You can see the collective as the collective of life, or the collective of life on earth, or the collective of the life of humanity, or your own personal collective of souls, or so on and so forth. I feel like that is important, the collective of souls. I feel like you're what is allowing you to really step into such an expansive state that we see you in, with like infinity and growth and expansion magic. It's very out there. It's very I want to say ungrounded, but I don't quite mean ungrounded. What I really mean is is it's out there. It's expansive. And I don't remember what I was saying anymore. But essentially, I feel like what is really enabling you to feel so centered, so okay with being loud, with being seen, is that anything that you have needed to let go of, you kind of recognize that you never need to let go of what doesn't serve you. I mean, of what does serve you, and that everything that you love will always exist. You'll always feel at one with what you really love when you feel it within yourself. And so true love can never really be lost. In addition to who you came to serve, it feels like this true love can never really be lost feels significant here, because it's like we have this idea often around serving that you must give up something in order to give. But with this card, it's like, no, you give what you have. So I feel like this whole journey for you is about really recognizing what you already have and being able to gift that to the world, and that you never really lose that. So you're really seeing that the value of what you give is what you have, and therefore your inner landscape is what really fills your fulfillment senses in life. I feel like that is not the message that I was trying to give at the start, but that's what's coming through. We'll see if what wanted to come through before will come through, but for now we'll go with that. So yeah, you're coming to understand who it is you are and how you want to hold yourself in the world, in the knowing that you can hold yourself in any which way you desire. You really are opening up to a whole world of just space to create. You can go any way, any direction. So which direction do you want to go? And you don't need to know that direction. You don't need to choose with your mind. It's about opening your being, your heart, opening your essence to life, to a higher knowing, a higher way of being that can direct you. You're like, look at that imagery. It really looks like it to me. It looks like a surrender, but not a surrender that lets go. It's a surrender that connects. It's like through opening yourself up to what could be, you're not again that just you're not letting go. You're opening. You're connecting. You're bringing to you. Yeah. And with this is the perfect time. I feel like this is you're ready. You're ready to grow beyond where you're currently at, or beyond where you have been living from. And with the magic, it's like you're growing into a whole new way of existing that is far more aligned with your soul, far more aligned with the beauty of existence. I feel like there's definitely a reason why I had to be filming this late at night, and I feel like that's because it has a very sacred feeling to it. It has a very connected to that magical feeling of night, of the moon and the stars, of there's just a bit much more to life than we see. Like we in the nighttime, we're no longer really looking for the physical evidence, or we're no longer looking for direction with light and with our eyes. We're looking through feeling, through sensing, through like being led by the stars, right? So this is the perfect time. It feels less like time and more like you are in the perfect state of being. Like you're really opening up to a more aligned way of being. I just got a message. One is also, you're in the perfect time. Maybe someone believes that they were meant to be like born in another era, that kind of thing. But this is confirmation that no, you're born now. You are you because you exist right now from this body, from this collective of all the energies that affect who you are. You are you. You're right here, right now. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect life. You can create it from right here. You don't need to look elsewhere. You're right here. For someone. When it feels right, do it. I kind of want to read this one actually. Let's see. 40, nope, that's 32. When it feels right, do it. So many people overthink their life, and in doing so, yeah, this is literally the pile of like, there's no thinking to be done. It's all with the like extrasensory way of navigating through life. So many people overthink their life, and in doing so miss much of what could bring them joy and adventure. The wise old spirit sages may have sat and meditated in their lives, but whenever they were moved to act, they did so without hesitation. That does kind of feel like this is the perfect time, doesn't it, too? When it feels right, do it. But whenever they were moved to act, they did so without hesitation because they felt it more than thought it. They trusted their inner selves. When your inner self is shouting at you to act, don't sit back. Your instinct is... It's kind of funny, I read that as intellect. Your instinct is telling you that it is time to take your life to a whole new level now. So believe in what you're doing and remember to enjoy it too. Yeah, the fact that I said intellect there really feels to me like you know this both instinctually and mentally. You know on many levels that you are ready for more. Okay, I actually kind of feel drawn to putting these away and then getting a whole new set of cards. Well, in the way that we've been doing this, bye-bye the first section of pile 4 and hello to the second. Let's swap them out. Okay. I love synchronicities like that, when everything just kind of lines up in perfect timing. Let's go with Acorn of the Hidden Worlds. And then I think we're gonna do the final... I hit the final push. Maybe there's a couple things to tie up this end of the cycle. Okay, so you're definitely in the end of the cycle. 10. Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, origin. Let's see what's on the back. 14. The crystal path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. Okay, and see this like path being led to something so otherworldly. And I'm kind of seeing this as a hand reaching out. I feel like you can see the path, but you're not quite on it. And I feel like once you're on it, there's no going back. It is not that you can ever be off the path, it's just there's that wording of path was just that the start of the new cycle. I feel like I did not need to say that. I was not wanting to come out. Shall we read this? I'm tempted. Whee. Okay, any more cards? I don't know why that was funny, like calling them cards. Any more cards? I guess because I was thinking about saying more like any more messages, any more cards. Any more cards makes it feel so mundane, and I feel like you and I can both laugh like at the ways of the world, like, oh yeah, but like with that message of like you feel like you're in the wrong time, at least someone, it's that energy of like, yeah, we really are living here like with physical things, and like I'm doing a message right now with card, like that has been cut from a tree and then like has printed, like, just I don't even know. Anyway, desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. This does feel like you are coming out of somewhere like very closed off, and that you really are just opening up to the vastness of the world. Like when you think of a desert, yes, it's dry, yes, you have to I guess believe that the path that you're on is taking you to somewhere with water, but when more than anything what I'm being drawn to is like deserts feel like you could just see for miles. It feels like freedom. It feels like, yes, while it may not be where you want to live your life from, this place that you're walking is so utterly beautiful. And I'm hearing the sun is setting and we have beginning. Something feels significant about it saying origin too. Origin story. Where you've come from. So maybe for some of you, you do want to connect with other times, other states of being, okay, this is different. There's a few different ways. Like some of you just want to connect to other like earthly times of being and integrate that energy into this present. Remember, it's not about escaping to and wishing you were there, but it's about recognizing that era, that other state of being, the other time of being is an existence. Like it's simply a pocket of energy that you can tap into from here. You're not moving there. You're not ignoring here. You're bringing that reality into this reality. Like a reality that you really love into this reality, which you can love even more because you have even more things within it that you love. For some people, it's more space oriented or like like indescribable. You'll get it in different ways. You can intend to be open to receiving like connections with states of being that you would love, and that would be very powerful in bringing in more of the energies that you desire within your life. However, I feel like that was what the message was about. For some of you, it really is about seeing who you are based off those other like timelines. This is kind of like past lives. Like, there may be some past lives you want to look into because they will help you understand who you are now. Yeah. Because I'm seeing these a bit like trees, and it's like those ingrains are what those ingrains are like other existences, like what has been, what it's known, its memory, and it creates what it is now. Powerful. I feel like you think you have a very long way to go. Maybe you do. Maybe you see a very long journey. Maybe you're embarking on a very long journey. And maybe you don't feel like you have a whole lot of resources to guide you. And you're actually being called to, like, dig yourself deeper into that. Like, really to hold that as a valuable thing. Like, feel the freedom that comes from not feeling like you have a lot. Feel... I'm getting a lot of... There is a perspective to every single thing. I mean, there are like a multitude, there are infinite perspectives to every single thing. And maybe you're being called to look at how you may have been fixed in a certain perspective that seems to repeat itself within your life, and you're being called to look at new perspectives, to feel the breeze as refreshing as opposed to as freezing or like as discomforting, or choose to feel it as discomforting as opposed to refreshing. It's not about right or wrong. There is no right and wrong. That implies there's two ways of being, and that one of them is correct and one of them is incorrect, which is just silly in my personal perspective. This is really a message of opening yourself up to all that could be, and all that could be really may just be within your mind, within what you can see. How can you see life differently if you want to see life differently? Life can be seen in so many different ways, and you don't need to know which way you want to see it through. But if you know that you want to see it in a different way, recognize that. Bring more of your awareness to the fact that you wish to see it in a new way, and then allow new ways to come to you. Just allow. There's no need to figure anything out, and that may sound frustrating for some, but sometimes you've just got to trust and let go of expectations and just step forward. Just step forward. Shall we read these? What do I want to do? And that goes with everything too, like, because there's so much availability. You can really question what your true desire is. I don't want to read them, even though I do want to read them. Maybe you also need to know that there can be opposing truths, not only within reality externally and reality more, you know, as a whole, but also just simply within yourself. You can see the world in multiple different perspectives, and you don't need to attach to creating a storyline of any one of them being more right than the other. They're simply perspectives. Maybe you're being called also to hone in on your judgment of other people's way of navigating life or their perspectives, and just simply choosing to see your own way. See, what's really interesting to me now is, like, I feel like these two cards would sum up everything you need to hear. So I'm going to read them. And I do feel quite strongly that you know that there is more, and you know that I think that you know how you want to live more, or it's like the tools are right there, but you may feel hesitant to take them. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it is just you don't know why, because you think that there is a right or wrong choice. You think that you should live life in a certain way. You don't know which way that is, but you think there is one way. But maybe this is your call to consider which way you want to live rather than which way you think you should be living. Because where does should really come from if not from another person's desire, right? It could be, it is your current perspective or your belief of why it's maybe hard to move on, or why life is difficult, or why you can't make decisions so clearly, if that's the case for you, why you feel that way, where is that really coming from, and is it coming from you, or is it coming from simply what you have learnt to exist from, like your roots or your past, essentially. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Even if it seems that life has areas of barrenness, beneath the surface, life is transforming in accordance with your highest good. There's even transforming in the desert passage. That is awesome. Trust that you are guided, even if it doesn't seem like it. There are spiritual guides, allies, and angels around you. Maybe something for you is that you do feel like life is opening up for you, and that there are so many new ways of being, and maybe that is like blinding you a bit. Maybe that is unnerving, because it's like, wow, there's so much, and maybe you feel a bit too free, almost like too out in the open. So maybe it is really nurturing for you to hear that life isn't random, that yes, there are billions of perspectives, but there are also billions of like nurturing ones. I don't know, I feel like you hearing that there are like infinite number of perspectives and ways of seeing life may be scary, especially if you come from a space where there has always been a right way or a wrong way. Learning that there is no right or wrong may make you feel like you don't know how to live anymore than if you've always been led by that structure. So bringing Saturn into this, Saturn is a planet of structure. So while there are structures that you may be letting go of that have hindered you, like old ways of being that just don't align with you anymore, structures that have kept you boxed in, while you may be letting go of them, it's not about necessarily letting go of structure in and of itself. It's about finding a new structure, if that is what you desire. But I think that humanity does, I mean, I don't really know, but I think that humanity likes structure because it provides us with a sense of safety. So it's like, okay, if this old thing wasn't actually what I believe as nourishing and safe, because it kept me from a greater world, what would be nurturing and what would make me feel safe? And for many people, I think that knowing that there are benevolent beings who are with us from birth, and there are whole other worlds of beings and energies that want to nurture and love us and care about our individual lives to degrees that even we don't care about. Like, I just think that is a perspective that brings so much love and a structure that can be really beneficial in times where you maybe feel like you can't lean on much in your world. Lean on that which does support you, and maybe that. But shall we get a card for that? No, I don't feel that. Yeah, whatever you personally feel like can support you. I guess just the message is you don't need to abandon all structure. It's just finding the structure that works for you. Like, life doesn't have to be formless, but it can take a new form. Transform. There are spiritual guides, allies, and angels surrounding you. Listen with your heart, act on your instincts, believe that the messages you are being given are in your highest good. Get down to basics, trust what you feel. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. The desert path can seem like a vast wasteland, yet it is in the isolation that immense insights and intuition can emerge. In times of old, sages and visionaries retreated into the desert to connect more deeply with spirit. If in the past you trusted your instincts and then later it seemed to be a mistake, don't let that keep you from trusting your intuition now. Yeah, that's kind of mirrored on the, just because structure did you wrong in the past doesn't mean it will do you wrong again. It's just fine-tuning your way of navigating through life, not letting go of navigating through life at all. If in the past you trusted your instincts and then later it seemed to be a mistake, don't let that keep you from trusting your intuition now. Often those things that we thought were mistakes in the past, in hindsight, were the best things possible for us. As you open to your intuition, you will sense messages from and the loving presence of... As you open your intuition, you'll sense messages from and the loving presence of your spirit guides and ancestors. There's a potent plan for your life. Trust. It's okay. You may need pile ones. It's okay. All is unfolding, and you are not unsupported. Even though life is vast and expansive and there's so much to the world, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and be everything and go everywhere. And be separate from love and from being held and being centered and grounded and cared for. Throughout life, you get to feel cared for. And if you don't feel like you are right now, that doesn't mean that you're not cared for. It just means that maybe you don't hold that perspective yet. And that's okay too. It's okay to feel any perspective, because everything is okay. That is my perspective. Everything cannot be right or wrong. It just is. It just is a different perspective. Let's read the Aurora Gardens now, shall we? Yeah, so I think I want to reiterate that message of it's okay to lean on things. So it may even be that you are unsure about leaning on readings like this. Like, can you trust it? I think the message for you there would be, A, do you want to trust it? And do you have the heart to face trusting and then realizing that it was not true? Like, if I am trying to trick you and you discover that later on, and I held ill intentions for you, is that okay? Like, can you trust me and then just learn that I wasn't something you should trust? Like, when you trust yourself, you can navigate life with more trust, because you know that no matter what happens in the external, no matter what you lean on that falls away, you know that you have your own sense of self to trust, that you'll always be there. Even if the world seems to crumble, you'll always still be there. I've got to say, I'm always really surprised by the messages that come through. It's like I think I know what's going on. Like, this is pile 4 still, right? I thought that I knew where this reading was going, and then with the second half of this, it's just kind of flip-flopped. And it's so beautiful to see. It's like, you are still pile 4. You are still pile 4. You hold such diversity. Like, you are the beginning message of power and the secondary message of unsureness or needing comfort. Needing to hear again, maybe, that it's okay. What was this message? Oh yeah, it was just the releasing him. Hoo gala. Squeaky Table. I love Squeaky Table. He's a character. Okay. 10. Aurora Garden. Beginning, initiate, origin. Beneath the play of light within the sky, the auroras that fill us with wonder and awe. Beneath the play of light within the sky, the auroras that fill us with wonder and awe lie ancient temples and divine ones, intact, emerging only when the conditions align. Then they can find their way back into the world for a moment, to be glimpsed by those who can see clearly the veils between the worlds are parted for a time. I'm sorry, I don't know if that did not make sense to my brain, but I'm just gonna keep reading and hope it did to yours. And that I read it correctly. In this sacred space, you are invited to dwell a while, a talk of your deep dreams, to hear music that will open your heart, to allow your mind to expand until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to the call of the soul. Yeah, it's like, as if that's not like letting go and expansion, I don't know what is. It's like letting go of who you are and just becoming. And not even knowing like what you're becoming, just becoming. becoming one with the sky, one with the aurora. Within this space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world when you return. To have, sorry, I keep pausing because I'm having like thoughts of how this relates to you, but more than that, I'm like hearing it as not making sense, and then questioning if I've read it right, and powerful, it's okay. I need to keep telling you, it's okay. You don't need to know the way. You don't need to know if something is right or wrong. You don't need to know if this message is for you or not. You just need to choose if you want to hear it or not. And you don't even need to choose that. That's just my perspective. I know that you may feel overwhelmed by everything, but feel that. I feel like, why am I even talking? Because you are fully capable of navigating this existence, this situation. Is there a situation with this? I did not consider that this was like a situation. It feels more like a beingness, I had existential crisis. Yeah, you're just opening up to the world. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, let's return. Let's go here. Within this space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world when you return, to have a response that is clear and open and wise in the way an adult has forgotten to be. For when we begin again, and when we go back to the very essence of who we are, we can then walk in the world and speak the truth, perceive what is there, know the intent of others, and make choices that guide us in the direction of spirit. I'm like considering whether to add my input to that or not. I think I won't. When this card comes, know you are being invited to take part in the initiation of this temporary temple, this place of light and sound, and you will be reminded of who you truly are. You are not only layers of conditioning, a certain personality, a gathering of experiences. This is a chance to free yourself of the old aspects of the self, an opportunity to be reborn into the next stage of your life. If this doesn't like encompass everything, like come on. Who you truly are. This is a chance to free yourself of the old aspects of the self, an opportunity to be reborn into the next stage of your life. This next stage will offer you a space beyond that of the physical world, alliances which are both within and beyond nature, and you will witness marvels of the spirit. Grow within this space, just as the flowers do, for you are as glorious as the sky, as eternal as the light itself. Illumination. You are about to witness a miracle, to remind you that you are the living embodiment of wonder. Wow, that is beautiful, and that worded it very well. Yeah, you're recognizing that you're no longer you're recognizing that you never were, never will be, and never are anything that words can describe. You are, but yeah, you're beyond words. You're opening up to a formless form. You're integrating new perspectives, and again, it doesn't have to be that any of them are right or wrong, it's just that they're new ones. You can take nothing I say as true, or you can take everything I say as true, and neither way is correct nor incorrect. Maybe both are correct, and maybe both are incorrect, and maybe I need to stop using correct and incorrect because that is misleading. I really love this energy, and I guess let's see what wants to come through with drawing, I definitely feel red. Because you need to know that you are still an earthling, even with all this unity consciousness awakening. I feel like letting my mind go with this one a lot. Earlier I was more thinking about the way I wanted to draw. However, this is not calling for thought. Again, your pile does not... Your pile, yeah, I forgot you're a pile. This pile does not feel like it wants to be restrained any longer. Like, you just really do want to open up to all that existence can be experienced as. Okay, now blue. Huh, I didn't... my mind took a moment to realize that the two colors I picked were the two that were there. Yeah, you're definitely closing off, bringing this back into more like human terms. You're closing off an old cycle of being, for sure. And more than like letting go of everything that is the past, it's more like integrating all of the past with the present and understanding that there will come a time in the future where you will do the same. It's really about not seeing life so structuredly, and yet that in and of itself is a structure. When we even go to give words to life, that is putting it inside a structure of being. Even if those words do seem non-restrictive, words in and of themselves are restrictive. I really want to put an X. I feel like I haven't drawn an X for like years. Something wants to come here. Maybe it's green, actually. I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to just do red and blue. Ooh, let's do that. Cute. I love describing it as cute because it's like I felt like I was doing something very like profound, and yet like to my human brain it was like, oh, cute. And I think sometimes we have a tendency to give more value to the profound ways of life, but going back to that message that was in the Aurora Garden, it's like when we really come back to the way of a child, we see the profound within the natural ways of being. Like, I think we so often see profoundness as something far more complex rather than nature. Simplicity. Okay. I think that's all. I think that we just finished the first, maybe of many, maybe of not many, maybe of none more, but the first, what even is this? Pick a card. What did I call it at the start? I called it, maybe I don't need to know what I called it at the start. That's at the start, that's a different me. I think that this is a creative pick a card. Maybe that's what I'll call it. I don't know. Let's put these away. if you're still here, then you're still here. That's my perspective. This has been really fun. I guess let's hold it up for you. This is the notebook. I guess maybe we'll do another reading of doing the front cover. What if this is... Okay, like, this is just one perspective. But what if I end up filling... What if we end up filling this entire notebook together? Wouldn't that be insane? That would be very insane to me. I can't even imagine doing that many readings. Wow. Okay, show you. So yeah, this has been fun. This has been a new experience for me. I really liked it. The messages came so fluidly. And I love that drawing that green at the end was like tying it back. It's interesting that it didn't tie it back to the beginning, it tied it back to the middle. Interesting. It's like it's not coming full circle, it's just coming little circle. It just feels like the energy of this is just the beginning still. Wow. This could be the start of a long journey, or it could be the start of no journey. Maybe I'll die in my sleep. That would be funny. Anyway, shall we end on that note? I almost like feel drawn to like the candle at the end. It smells good. But I don't... You know what? Let's do it. Let's light the candle. Pile number 4. The final pile. This was really fun. I forgot to add on that I hadn't felt like, you know, when I showed you my deck and then I came back after eating my chestnuts and I don't remember where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Oh yes, I said I was going to read from what I'd written from it, but then I didn't feel that. I just felt like being more cozy and going with some more cards. So that's what we did. I don't know what this is anymore. This is just like, I don't want to leave this space together. I feel like it really feels like the beginning of something, and it's kind of like, wow. For me, this is a beginning too. And it feels like the beginning of my journey with you, even though this isn't the first reading, this is the third reading video. It feels like an initiation for me too. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because it's you. Nah, there are so many whys. So many whys. I wonder if we'll do like a candle reading at some point, because I'm just watching this flame and seeing like, wow, there's so much insight that could come from just like reading a flame. I love life. There's so much magic to it, and sharing that with you is very beautiful. Okay, pile 4. Will we be leaving anytime soon? I want to write a note to my morning self. No, not MOURNING. Is that how you spell morning? I can't spell in my mind, or out loud, or on paper, or sometimes on my phone either. Okay. What shall we write? Are you gonna write with me? Let's write. What do I want to wake up to? I want to wake up to life. And then in red, you made it through the night. And then in orange, I love having fun. Yellow, and the colour that can never be red, in this pen at least. What shall we say about yellow? Something about the candle. Candle is hot. Candle is rot. Candle is come on, you have to you have to help me with this. Candle is not. Okay, that will probably make me either laugh or cringe, but it will definitely be the first one, because I'm hilarious. What next? I'm tired. It was a bee, not a sleep. That's what a bee looks like, right? Ah! And final thing in brown, the best colour of all. What do I want to wake up to? Wake up! Again. And then a okay, wait, let's keep adding to that. Wake up again. And then we have to draw a sun to give myself vitality. Whee! What are you gonna wake yourself up with? A cuddle. A cuddle sounds lovely. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that's my guy in shock of like, wake up again? Again? I have to keep waking up? Let's use the scissors, which were the first pile's item of choice stroke discovery. I haven't said the word stroke for like eons. Like, have I even said that in this lifetime? I don't think so. How long is an eon? Have I lived an eon yet? Okay. Oh, shall we? I'm such like a Cancer. I'm not actually a Cancer, I'm a Gemini sun. But depending on what chart perspective you take. Anyway. I have Cancer energy. I have a lot of Cancer energy, so I resonate with it. Cancer being very like emotionally sentimental, because I was just gonna say like, oh, shall we keep this like in our little notebook as like a souvenir of our time together? Maybe we can stick it there. Maybe this is gonna be like a scrapbook. I've never really had a scrapbook. Not really. But I need to wake up with it, otherwise I'm at least gonna keep it by my bed, or sleep with it under my pillow, because that's what we made it for. And then if I want to add it to this, I can later, but first it must be used. Okay. Pile number 4, you know, all the piles. I love you all. And how do I feel? I feel grateful to be able to connect with you. And I feel grateful that your energy influenced my writing of this masterpiece. This masterpiece is what I meant, but this one too. Yeah, I feel very at peace and very comforted by your presence. And I'm looking forward to meeting with you again. And if this is the last time we meet, then I'm looking forward to meeting with others instead. That feels like the least sentimental. I'm wishing you well on your journey wherever you go, and no matter what, our lives have touched, and that is true. That is true. We will always, forever, in the infinite nature of our existence, of our souls, we will always have shared this moment. Always. Oh, the Gemini in me hates saying this. The majority of me loves it, but it's like, I really do feel this way, but it is very vulnerable and it's kind of hard to say, because some people will find that like cringy, but there are also those that will just find it like in the way that I'll find it, connecting and loving, and I really do feel blessed to be a part of your life, and for you to have touched mine too. I feel kind of teary, like, yeah, I really am grateful. My mind keeps like going to like saying see you in the future, or wishing you well if I don't see you in the future, but that's not really what I want to say. What I want to say is just I am honored for your presence, and that's it. That's why I love like namaste so much, because it's like the description of it that has always stuck with me is the God within me honors the God within you, and there's just a timelessness to it that is like, you're not saying you honor the current God within them and the current God within me, but it's like you just honor the God that is them. I'm not sure if that quite encompasses what I mean, but yeah, namaste. Oh, let's blow out the candle together. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.